And welcome. Thank you so much for joining me here today. My name is Heather Lloyd Martin. I am the CEO of SuccessWorks. And today I'm going to be answering a question I hear frequently, which is, how can I make my e-commerce site better for search engines? I've heard from a lot of smaller to mid-sized e-commerce companies, and this year they're trying to make their site as good as it can be. And they might have gotten slammed before. In the last year, e-commerce companies that haven't had a lot of good original content have really gotten hurt in the search engines, because when we had the Mayday update, then pages that were the same content as the manufacturer tended to be downgraded in Google, as well as the last update with Panda, where sites with thin or low quality content also would tended to drop in the rankings. So if you have a small to mid-sized e-commerce company that doesn't have a whole lot of money for content generation, they might have tried to build out keyword-rich pages to drive traffic, and they might still have those old product pages. They're at a huge disadvantage right now. So here's what to do if you find yourself in that situation, and you definitely are not the only one. The good news is, the odd silver lining is that this gives you a chance for a do-over. And you can go back to the very beginning and figure out what you want to do and how you want to position your site. And one of the first things to look at is what's working and what's not. You might have built out some thin content that might not be the best quality, but if you have a lot of people that you find on your site going to that page, maybe they're not staying there for a long time, but they're going there, that gives you information that that page and the information on that page is something that your readers want to know. Start looking at things like bounce rates and what rankings are actually working for you in terms of customers coming in and actually buying something, and really delve into your analytics, because that can help give you a roadmap of what to do next. As well as I mentioned earlier, looking at your key phrases. A lot of small to mid-sized companies, when they entered into the e-commerce world, they might not have completely understood what key phrases were and how to work with them in their entire key phrase universe. This gives you the opportunity to go back to the beginning and figure out, are there other key phrases that you can use and leverage? Are you focusing on the right ones, or are the key phrases you're using maybe bringing in traffic but not the best traffic? So again, it gives you an opportunity to go back to the beginning and figure this out. As well as your messaging. Are you addressing what's in it for me, for your customers? Is the tone and feel right? Are you bringing out the best benefit statements that you can? So although you just want to start writing, I'm sure, and fix your rankings and do everything that you can do to make your site better in Google and Bing, this provides you a great opportunity to make sure that your site is really, really tight and wired for your customers too. And then figure out what other things that you can tweak. And a lot of this seems like, oh, I don't have this kind of time, but this is stuff that will help make you money. Look at things like, do you need to change your titles? Probably. Companies that are having problems with their rankings and problems with conversions usually are having problems with their titles as well. So it pays to double check it. Can you add customer reviews? That can be a really great way to start building out original content on those product pages. Can you build out different types of content like video, other ways to describe the content rather than relying on the manufacturer content, because ideally that product content should be unique. And also, how can you leverage your blog to help with sales? If you have a blog, I've talked to a lot of e-commerce company who says, we love our blog, but we don't want it to be salesy. We just want it to be a resource. And I understand that motivation, but at the end of the day, you also want to create that blog in order to help you make money. So there are lots of ways that you can soft sell your services within your blog and link into product pages and use that as a way to support your sales efforts rather than silo it. And then once you look at your analytics, check out what your top pages are. What are your top money-making pages, that top 20%, and start rewriting those first. Yes, it will take a while, and it will definitely be an investment of time and money. But the good news is that once you go through this process and you've taken the time to do it right, then everything that you do after this is going to be well optimized for the engines, is going to be good for your customers, and you'll see a greater return on investment. So thanks so much for asking the question. If you have another question, please let me know. I may answer it in a future video. You can send your questions to askheather@seocopywriting.com. And also, if you are jonesing for more SEO copywriting information during the week, you can sign up for my newsletter that is released every Tuesday. And there is a link in the sign up box that you'll find on the site to make that happen. So thank you very much, everyone. Take care and have a wonderful day.